ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Gloria Borger, and I'm here to talk to you about the devastating effects of a genetic disorder you may already know of. It's called hemophilia. Over 400 babies are born with hemophilia each year, and you could be one of them. If you suffer from excessive bleeding with little to no clots, frequent nosebleeds, blood in the urine and or waste, and blood leaking into your organs, you could have hemophilia. We're here with Dr. Sharon Gerb, epigenetics expert, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about what exactly this disease is. Take it away, doctor.
Hemophilia is a common genetic disorder that impacts two genes found on your X chromosomes. Hemophilia A affects the F8 gene, and hemophilia B affects your F9 gene. These genes produce the proteins known as factor 8 and 9 to help with blood clotting. Hemophilia is the result of mutation in these genes that turn off the gene sequences necessary to make proteins.
Is that why I can't feel 90% of my...
Wow! Fascinating, doctor. Now tell us, is it contagious?
Not quite. You see, it's a recessive gene inherited through your X chromosomes. Because of this, it's unlikely for females to inherit hemophilia, as they have a second X chromosome to fall back on. Males, however, are not so lucky. You see, a man with a history of hemophilia in his family will almost always inherit the disorder, as they can rely only on their single copy of their mother's X chromosome.
Ugh, sounds like you're out of luck.
Indeed, with no adequate gene sequence to produce proteins for blood clotting, small cuts can be deadly. You can also acquire the disorder later, either through allergic reaction, autoimmune diseases, or cancer.
Thank you for that enlightening info, doctor. As you can imagine, hemophilia is a pretty awful disorder. One of the most important things it can impact is your body's homeostasis, meaning its balance of temperature and pH. You see, your body relies on your blood to transport oxygen, waste, and nutrients and other things throughout your body. With that poor sucker having such a high chance of losing such a severe amount of blood, her homeostasis could be easily overwhelmed and fall out of balance. Quite the scary thought, isn't it?
Wait a minute,
People with the function F8 and F9 genes can rest easy knowing that they won't be subject to frequent bleeding and that their highway of blood in their body is secure. Interesting. Well, it seems that the circulatory system isn't the only system of the body that gets affected by hemophilia. Your musculoskeletal system, digestive system, immune system, and respiratory systems are all vulnerable to completely collapsing. Your musculoskeletal system can begin to degrade if excessive amounts of blood seep out into the area surrounding your joints. Swallowing anything remotely sharp could spell the end of your GI tract and cause blood to pool in your intestines, and your immune system could outright target and destroy any factor 8 or 9 proteins it finds. Not to mention, if your blood isn't flowing correctly, your respiratory system won't be able to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide, which could make you stop breathing entirely.
So you're telling me I'm screwed?
Most likely, unless you get treatment very quickly.
What?
Nothing. By now, you've probably figured out whether or not you have hemophilia. If you do, don't worry, but you need to seek out some scientifically supported treatment right away. Don't you worry, it's quite simple. Blood infusion, also known as replacement therapy, is one of the many ways to treat hemophilia. It works by visiting a doctor 2 to 3 times a week and getting regular infusions of concentrating clotting factors. These concentrates are injected into your bloodstream through IV drips or other methods and work to replace your lost proteins. You can also find concentrates that are not made of human blood and are genetically formed in labs. You can also be subscribed desmopressin, which is a man-made hormone, and it increases the factor 8 and factor 9 proteins in your blood. Hey! Be warned, supposedly medicinal herbs and aromatherapy are not proven treatments for hemophilia. Many claim that they strengthen the walls of blood vessels and make bleeding less severe, but this is not a scientifically proven treatment. There have been some cases where herbs have even increased the severe amount of blood loss. Thank you for listening to this very important service announcement on the dangers of hemophilia. If you or someone close to you can now recognize the signs of this disorder in their life, please seek treatment. Have a good evening.